ball game by both teams. Bethel is a well-coached team. I think that they're very disciplined. And they have some outstanding players in Bako and DeJour and Usu. We got guys that I think the advantage we had was the fact that we had been here last year and we learned from that experience. I could see the difference in our guys. Instead of being in awe, they were ready to play. And it looked like we try to tell them, every game is important because it's the next game. No game is bigger than any other game. I think our guys played every day.
Questions?
You guys approach everything with such a workmanship-like mentality. Just talk about that and how you've kind of instilled that in the guys in the program.
Well, we try to make everything as competitive as we can in everything that we do. And so the guys have learned, they really learned that from the guys that came before them. Everything is just, they have such great leadership from the players that have come through our program. And so our players want to kind of follow in those footsteps.
Offensively, you guys do a really good job spreading the ball around. How do you build that camaraderie, that friendship, that selflessness?
I think it's the fact that we hang out with each other all day, every day, go to practice, go to school, outside of school we hang, so we kind of build that bond over the season. So I think that helps out on the court.
Mario or Cam, talk about what it's like with a point guard like Pinky Wiley leading the team.
We just know either he's going to take that shot and find us to be open. Most time in the beginning of the game, he wants to get us going first. He lets us get going first, then he takes it at the end.
Mario?
He's like the floor general. Everything's rolling when he got the ball in his hand. He directing us, coaching us. When we can't hear coach, we know Pink gonna say the same thing, so we just lock into him too.
Cam, after last year, a lot of people knew about Pinky and Mario coming back. You were a little bit of an unknown commodity. Kind of take us through the journey of this season, what Coach Mann's taught you, what he expected out of you, and how you feel you've contributed to this championship.
After the season, I was with him most of the summer, all throughout the year, so he just pushed me. I can do better than what I did last year, so he just pushed me a lot through every practice, and he didn't get off my back. He just expects me to just do what I have to do. He wants me to do it all.
So, Pinky, how do you stay so calm all the time? Or are you really not calm? You just look like you're calm.
I'm pretty calm. I know my teammates, we work hard for this. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to lose the game because we don't have a winning mentality.
Is there anything different this time than the other two Bethel games?
I think this was the most important game because it was the next game. Throughout the season, Coach really emphasized that. Every game is the most important game. The next game, so we just treat it like that.
We had a goal to play the last game of the season, and we accomplished that.
Troy, when you came to Bird, I'm guessing you envisioned this one day. What was that process of getting here in your career?
It was very difficult. When I came to Bird had lost in the state championship game to Norcom. And they had 4 guys who came back. And I was a new person. And I wasn't, let's just say, welcomed with open arms to everyone. So as a coach, we're salesmen. And we have a product that we're selling. And if the players buy in, good things happen. So it took me a while to convince the athletes to buy into what I was selling. But once I had a group who bought in, this is exactly what I had envisioned. I played in 1992, we won the state championship. And I tried to instill a lot of the same values that my high school team had, my coach instilled in us. And I knew it was a winning formula. So once we got guys who wanted to buy in and follow what the plan was, I knew it would be successful.
And what was it that made this team better than the ones before, that allowed them to go further?
This is a unique group of young men. They are smart, they're gregarious, they are outgoing, they're ultra competitive. And the best thing about this group, more so I guess than any other group I've had, they just want to win. They don't care who gets the credit. They're super friends and they're super unselfish. You go through things with teams, but from a learning perspective, these guys listen and they want to do the best that they can so they can be successful.
Coach, at timeout under 2 minutes, minute and change. Was that the moment, was that the time I could tell them, look where we're at, enjoy it?
That looked like I was saying that. That's not what I was saying at all.
What were you saying?
Like I said, this is a very unique group of young men. I was just trying to get them to focus just to finish. I'm like, man, come on, it's 2 minutes, it's 50 seconds, whatever. Let's just finish. Then we can celebrate. Then we can do all the stuff we want to do. But let's finish the game first. Let's finish it the right way.
So, Troy, a lot of people always say it's hard to beat a team 2-3 times. You guys beat Marina 4 times. You beat Bethel 3 times now. Just talk about the resiliency that this group has to come back, face the same team, and continue to execute.
Well, I kind of disagree with that, the fact that it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Because if you've done it twice, why can't you do it again? I mean, as coaches, we have specific philosophies about what we want to do and how we want to play. And if you waver in what you believe in, then the other coach is winning. You know, you can't play one style for 20-something games and then the next game try something different. That lets me know, I mean, personally, you don't believe in what you're doing. And if that's the case, then you're already one step behind. So I didn't think it would be difficult to beat Bethel because it was the 3rd time. I thought it would be difficult because they're a very talented team.
For any of the players, what's the one biggest thing you're going to take away from LC Bird basketball that's going to help you now in the next phase of your life?
Competing. From the older guys that was here before us. So when we came in, we had to compete from the jump. He taught us a lot. So
Leadership.
On our next journey to college, we're going to take that with us, competing.
Yeah, leadership. The guys before us were great leaders. You know, there's good leadership and bad leadership. Coach tells us all the time. You just got to decide which one you want to do.
Playing hard. Every game, you can't take anything different. Just come in and treat them the same way.
And how to be a winner. Coach taught us how to be a winner. No matter who gets the credit, as long as we win at the end of the day.
What did Jalen bring to the team this year?
Jalen he fits in with the kids, personality-wise, and he's an outstanding shooter. And we didn't realize he could defend the way he wanted. He defended and he just decided that he wanted to play defense and compete. It's one of those things, when you get around these guys, they compete with everything. You'll hear them, they'll be cracking jokes to see who's the funniest person. They'll race to see who can get somewhere first, to do something first. It's a very fun environment to be in as a coach because they set the tone for everything that we do. We try to make our schedule as hard as we can possibly make it. And when I showed our coaches what our schedule was going to be, they thought I was crazy. And I showed it to the kids and they were like, yeah, we get to play Norcom at Norcom, yeah. Or we get to play John Marshall at John Marshall. So the bigger the challenge, the better they perform. And Jalen just fit in. He just fit in with the kids.
How much better did he make the team?
He just fit. I think he added another dimension. He added something that we had, but it just gave us more depth as far as shooting and being able to guard the ball.
For any of the players, you guys lost only 1 game all year, and ever since then you guys have been locked in completely. What did you learn from the little bit of adversity you've faced this year?
Taking every game serious, taking practice more serious, you know, not messing around, really focusing on detail, attention to detail, paying attention to what coach is telling us, executing, and stuff like that.
Locking in more as we get closer to the playoffs and so during that time we were really taking things serious. We had a goal.
You guys good? Great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.